Alright, let's get into it.
If you take a ping pong ball and slice it in half, and then take both ping pong balls and put them over your eyeballs, lay on your back and then listen to static or white noise through your headphones, it will cause you to hallucinate so violently that some psychologists consider it a delirium. It only takes about 3 minutes for this to happen, and it's the most powerful way a human can hallucinate without foreign substances. At least while you're awake. It's called the Ganzfeld effect, and the reason why these hallucinations feel so real is because they are real. You are perceiving them in the same way that you would be perceiving looking out a window. The Ganzfeld effect happens because our brains have never evolved to have absolutely zero stimuli. And with both ping pongs over your eyes and your ears listening to the same noise, our brains just don't know what to do. It makes a person's brain completely freak out and start filling the gaps with things that aren't even there. This causes audio illusions, visual illusions, and out-of-body experiences. We discovered this back in the 30s, and millions of people report the same phenomenon every single time. And all it takes is ping pong balls over the eyes and a comfy pair of headphones.
I have never heard of this before. I'm actually really curious now. Not that I'm going to try it, but let me know in the comments if this is something that you've tried.
So trees are moving now? Yeah, let's talk about it. So it's this guy on TikTok that's basically been documenting how this tree literally appeared out of nowhere. He's lived in this home since he was a child, and he said that basically this tree is in none of his childhood pictures, and one day it just appeared, and it seems as if the tree is an exact replica of the tree that he's familiar with, the tree that's always been there. But this fake tree is literally moving closer and closer to the house. Like, what's going on? This is very weird. He even stated that he looked on Google Maps and the tree is not there either. And so one night he decided to just measure the tree to see like the distance, and it was 377 feet away. Then when he checked it the next day, it's 345 feet. Okay. And I know some of y'all are trying to make a logical explanation out of this, saying that trees can move. There's such things as walking trees. You know, it's a science. Yeah, and I looked it up too, and for it to be like a walking tree or a tree to move, it takes years and years and years. And it's like the trunk and the branches can shift directions. And it can sometimes be called like tree migration. But like I mentioned, it's an extremely slow process, like only move centimeters a year at the least. So what's really going on? What is really going on? Why is this man's tree moving? Why does he not remember this tree? It's really weird. And y'all need to go check his page out to see the updates, because I'm intrigued. I'm sad.
No. Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay, so now, when does the nuclear war start? By whom? Really, boss? How? So you didn't want to go? Oh, well, great. So just tell me his name and we'll... Of course. All right, so just tell me what he does. So don't blow up. do we stop this? So, if we stop this lunatic from blowing us up, we'll be fine, right? Wait, but you just said is that if we stop him, we won't be destroyed. And what's the...
Man, that is a classic video right there, and I've been seeing it resurface more and more lately. Now, do I believe it to be a real video? Not really. It looks very CGI when the flashes start to hit it, but I remember when this came out, and it took over the internet. There's still a lot of people debating this video to be real or not. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one. Hey, if you haven't done so already, and if you're enjoying the show, give it a like. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I upload a video like this 2 times a day, Monday through Saturday, early in the morning and later in the afternoon. And for everyone that's made it this far, thank you so much for supporting the channel. And just in case you're wondering, yes, this is a third upload. I'm just experimenting and uploading this video at 12 o'clock in the morning. So let me know what you think of it.
I know y'all have probably heard of the GATE program back in the 90s and 80s, and I'm just curious if you have any stories with it, because I do. When I was much younger, elementary school, around 2nd and 3rd grade time, I lived in a very small rural community, and I remember being 2 other kids bumped between 2 different trailers, kind of on the outskirts of the school campus, and taught us different ways for math. And another class I quite can't remember, but it was a lot different than the math one. It was just us being quiet, doing repetitive tasks, and the room was quite bleak. And on top of that, our classes had select people go through to the nurse's office, and if you look it up, it's called Swish. It was that pink mouthwash that some people loved it, some people hated it. I thought it tasted good. Come to find out, that's just massively concentrated fluoride, so I don't know, complacency control for the populace on that. I don't know, but I'd love to hear your guys' story on the GATE program, if you had any experiences growing up in the 80s and the 90s with it. So
I've already told my story a few times on this channel. It's not much to tell, but I was a part of the GATE program when I was a kid. All I remember was walking out, seeing these trailers lined up beside each other. They were white, short trailers, and I remember walking up the steps to enter the door, and that's it. The only other thing that I remember is being under a desk and someone yelling my name to get out from underneath the desk. That's it. I also remember Swish, the pink fluoride. They told us to swish that in our mouth after brushing demonstrations to see how well we brushed our teeth. Whether that was true or not, I don't know. Please feel free to share your stories.
Check out this clip that I just found floating around the internet, which seems to be a group of people, either family or friends, cruising or on a cruise ship in the Gulf of Mexico, and they capture some of the best orb footage to date, I believe. Take a look at this. It gets better.
I hope so.
Just keep paying attention.
I'm trying.
They even catch them dipping in and out of the water. Look at that. there goes the pattern of 3. And look at that thing take off. We have Congressman Tim Burchett that confirmed this quite a while back, that he's had naval officers witnessing these unidentified submerged objects. They go in and out of the water. They can go thousands of miles an hour under the water. It's absolutely phenomenal to have captured what they just did.
I don't know about this one. It was so dark I could not even tell that they were looking at water. There was one point of the video where it looked like the USO, UFO, whatever it was, zoomed in towards the camera a little bit faster than normal. But other than that, I don't even know if that's what happened. It's a shame that this was not caught during the day. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one.
These are 4 of the wildest conspiracy theories that ended up being true. The first one is COINTELPRO. The FBI ran a secret program to surveil, infiltrate, and discredit civil rights groups. This included groups like the Black Panthers and even Martin Luther King. They even sent a letter to King urging him to himself. Number 2, the Tuskegee experiment. For 40 years, the US government told black men with syphilis they were being treated, while actually withholding treatment to study the disease's progression. This ended in 1972. Number 3, Exxon and climate change. Exxon's own scientists accurately predicted climate change through fossil fuels in the 1970s. They then spent decades funding denial. Number 4 is the Gulf of Tonkin incident. The attack that justified massive US escalation in Vietnam, at a minimum, was wildly misrepresented. And internal documents suggest that the second attack was essentially fabricated. Around 3 million people because of this. And there are so many more I can share.
That's definitely one of those moments that'll creep you out enough to make you go back and mind your own business.
Barron Trump is not a time traveler. I think people love to grab on to, conspiracies. You also, if you believe that, maybe a person who believes that we didn't actually land on the moon. You probably believe that 9/11 was an inside job. Now, all those things, right? Barron is not a time traveler. So I'm sorry to ruin it for everyone.
Just a little bit suspicious. That's exactly what a sister-in-law would say if she knew that her brother-in-law was a time traveler. I mean, to be honest with you guys, I thought the whole theory of Barron Trump being a time traveler was kind of silly. But now, after hearing that clip, I'm kind of second-guessing myself. But in all seriousness, do you notice how they love to clump wild out there theories with the whole situation going on with the moon landing and 9/11? You like how they like to clump that in. It reminds me of the days of the JFK assassination and how a certain 3-letter alphabet agency brought in the name or the term conspiracy theorist to really just smear and mock anybody who questioned the narrative. And that's exactly what we can see right here. So if you believe that Barron Trump is a time traveler, you must also believe silly theories like the moon landing was fake and that 9/11 was an inside job, and that if you believe those, you are absolutely insane and you should go to a mental ward. Do you see the rhetoric? Do you see how they clump that all together? It is, just lovely. But of course, this is all part of the psychological warfare that we are enduring through right now, that we are living in, which is spiritual in nature. Just understanding the times that we are in, that this type of warfare is like no other time in history with the social media and technology. So we really just need to be careful with the information that we consume and that we start to believe. Just understanding the war that we are in. I think that's the huge key right there, or a big part of our protection, is realizing the warfare that we are living in right now, and that these individuals who are on social media and how they talk and they have ties to other individuals, there's always a hidden agenda, and there is deep propaganda that they have mastered truly, and they love to mock and scoff at us. And just be on guard out there. You just got to catch these little things here, like this clip, clumping the moon landing, and the inside job with believing Barron Trump is a time traveler. So they love to just categorize and to mock and to minimize and trivialize individuals who are free thinkers, who think for themselves. And don't question the narrative, because if you do, you are a troublemaker. And you know what they do with troublemakers? They mock you. And sadly, in the future, it will be much worse than just mocking and scoffing. But until then, we continue to speak the truth. We continue to go forth as soldiers for the Most High. But through it all, we focus upon the Lord, understanding Psalm chapter 2, that there is a conspiracy, there is a war going on, that the rulers and the kings of this world try to plot against the Most High, but he laughs at them because he understands and he knows his will be done, and that he will have the last laugh. And all these individuals, these elite, are trying to scheme against him. So yeah, I just found that clip very interesting, and it really reveals the psychology or the psychological warfare that we are living in, and how they like to just throw things out there like that, and to clump you in, categorize you, and label you to then, just mock you, really, at the end of the day. But yeah, guys, whatever you believe, whether you believe Barron is a time traveler or not, I really don't care. It's okay. You can believe that if you do, believe it or not. Whatever, just understand the war that we're in, and we focus our eyes upon the Lord. He is truly the author and the perfecter of our faith, understanding what's truly important in this world, walking with his love, having faith and trust upon him and what he did for us on the cross. I love you all so much. God bless. Remember, the just shall live by faith.
It really does seem like they're out to mock us for theorizing and or free thinking, if you will, on certain subjects. It's almost as if they did create this term to cast a certain form of judgment upon the people that think differently and or sees the world for what it really is. And that's actually one of the reasons why I'm a little worried about internet bans and or identity checks from the internet, because that's one way they will control people that are free thinkers. Because in the mainstream, free thinking and or conspirizing is not necessarily the truth in the mainstream. Even though it could be the truth in reality, the people on top do not want that out. So they aim to figure out how to punish people from speaking their truth or actual reality if you're not following the mainstream. And that one day, if you are a conspiracy theorist, it could probably get you in some really hot water.
Let me show you a terrifying video. The video shows a woman cleansing what she calls as the death room. And what she captures on camera is a very evil spirit.
Heavenly Father, I ask for your divine presence to fill this space. May your light shine brightly through every room, cleansing this home of any negativity, fear, or unrest. Let peace dwell in every corner and love be the foundation of every wall. Bless this home with your protection, surrounding it with your angels, and shielding it from harm and evil. May every door be a passage to your grace, and every window open to your blessings. In Jesus' name, may every door be a passage to your grace, and every window...
I don't know if you saw, but that rosary straight up lifted. I just love how calm she is, because I would have been out there so fast. I think this is good proof that spirits exist.
Everything is fake and everything is a lie. How did it take me this long to see that literally everything is fake and everything's a lie? I quite literally don't believe anything anymore. And it's getting scary, because I'm consuming and learning, and then wondering, why has it taken me this long to see the bigger picture? It's like I've had these blinders on forever, and now that they're off, when you're blind and you can finally see, you want to see everything, but I'm consuming it at like these mass doses, and it's making me crazy. I probably sound like a lunatic, because I'm like this conspiracy theorist now to my family and my close friends. I'm like, did you know, and what about this, and how do you feel, and what are your thoughts? And I'm a bit too much right now. The government, religion, conditioning, the Matrix, the aliens, the galaxies. The awakened souls. I'm sorry if you're my friend. You're just gonna have to deal with me.
I've been trying to tell you guys, this is real. This is exactly how it goes. This is how it is behind these doors where you can't see. Now, of course, the videos are AI. I mean, do I even really need to say that? But this is exactly what's happening in all these closed room meetings. I told you guys about the Lockheed Martin insider I had that told me about a whole bunch of crazy stuff that was coming. The credits for these videos are at the top if you want to watch them yourself. So I mean, you know, all the ballrooms, all the Bavarian balls, if you get what I'm saying. This is what it really looks like under all those masks that you see in there. You know, those crazy masks they wear? Look, not everything is a human like you and I are. Did you ever think of what would happen on, you know, a certain island that I will not say? Well, I'm sure there are more than just humans there. Even, you know, go back to the pyramids, all these demonic things and these fallen angels that are receiving worship from mankind and objects for their rituals. Oh, and by the way, just so you know, the deal that the GOV made with this spiritual wickedness in high places is about to expire. It's not all holograms. If it were, the news wouldn't have said it was going to be. Catch my drift? Only one name can stop them.
That's crazy.
Hell. What was that? Wolfie?
What's the matter?
Wolfie just bombed it out.
Is she alright?
Yeah, I think so. Wolfie!
Where was she?
Under the table. She was looking at something.
Oh dear. That is mad. So underneath. That is crazy.
Really hurts.
We're back over. That is nuts.
I looked into this channel, and I think I've seen some of their clips before in the past. I'm pretty certain that this is all fake, and this has been a long, ongoing thing that they've been doing. Now, I'm not 100% certain of that, but the shadow people that they catch on camera, they just seem like they've been added in through video editing. Now, that bite mark, though, looked very real. It wasn't bleeding, but it looked like it had some force behind it. Let me know if you're familiar with their channel or not.
Weirdest observation that I've had so far: stop eating the rice. Like, okay, I don't want to sound like one of those conspiracy theories, but I really need y'all to hear: stop eating your rice, your processed sugars, and stop eating the bread you buy from the supermarket. Yo, I stopped eating rice for like the last week. This is why I said that, alright? So boom, I've been eating rice and like other stuff for a minute, right? And I started swelling up real bad, and my mouth started swelling up. And I was like, well, why is my mouth swelling up? So I went ahead, took care of that, took all my medicines, my herbs, my tinctures, everything else. Like, then I sat back for a minute, and I just, stopped eating the bullshit that I was eating. I just went straight over to my my keto diet, because I do keto every now and again. I go vegetarian every now and again. And all the swelling went down. My face is less puffy. I look less tired, right? Boom. I just went ahead and eat some rice. Tell me why my gums started swelling up again. I really feel like there's something wrong with the rice. Like I don't know about everybody else. Like I wash my rice the same way, but no, like there's something weird going on. Like the bread, like peep. My son and my daughter, they're sick right now. My husband's fine. My oldest daughter is fine. I'm fine right now, right? But here's the thing. The last few sicknesses that came through this house, I usually don't get sick. Nowadays, since I'll stop eating, whenever I cut out the carbohydrates, I don't get sick anymore. But everybody else in my house who eats it usually gets sick. They get the runny nose, the sniffles, they inflame, their face is puffy, and I gotta go and take care of everybody. So I'm wondering, is there something wrong with the rice? Like I don't got no weird rice. I just got regular rice. I bought it from Sam's Club. Yo, I'm really starting to think like all the food is probably not good. Like, yo, like I think they got to the rice. I think they got to the ramen noodles. And the reason why I say that is because I remember when we were doing the free samples at Sam's Club of ramen noodles. Now, full time, the ramen noodles, they don't even taste the same like they used to back in the day. So I started to call myself eating them. Super inflamed, stuffy nose, could not breathe out of my nose. No matter what, I could not breathe. And like every time I tell my family, like, yo, stop eating this, I'm looked at as crazy. But like, I swear to God, like, I swear to God, there's something wrong with the food. I feel like they poisoning the food, bro. I really feel that way in my heart. They poisoning this food. I feel like they doing it on purpose, and they're specifically targeting poor people food. Candy, sodas, bread, starch, even the vegetables. Like anything that poor people specifically would eat, I think that's what they're targeting. Because make no mistakes, I ate some green beans. Green beans ain't supposed to make you stuffy. Next thing you know, stuffy. Vegetables are not supposed to make you sick. What are they putting in this food? What are they growing these vegetables in? So now I gotta go on my whole everything. Like, bro, yo, it's not even about checking the labels at this point. Look at everything you're eating as if it's poison. I guarantee.
I think it's a pretty safe bet to say sodas, candies, ramen noodles, and certain rice, depending on the cleaning methods, probably not good for you. Always, if it's a possibility, shop at a farmer's market, try to get your produce as fresh as possible, straight from the source, because the things that the stores sell is so full of toxins that it's not even funny. It's just a shame that not everyone has that kind of access, and it's also sad that these are the things that you have to worry about in a store. And with how things are going with farmer laws, buying from your local farmer may not even be a possibility in the future, and we will be forced to eat whatever they provide us from these stores. And that just doesn't sound very good. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and end today's video. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching these clips with me. Thank you for stopping by the 12 a.m. show. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know the commentary was very brief, or if any. I do normally have a lot of input or commentary behind each clip that we react to, but this is a nighttime exclusive show where I'm just playing some conspiratorial and some creepy clips for you to relax to and just vibe out with. I'm not certain if this is going to be a continuing thing, but I would like to try this for a week, Monday through Saturday, just to see how well it performs. With that being said, if today's your birthday, happy birthday, and if not, have a good day anyways.